Welcome back. I am Pratap here. Today is 4th October 2023. Before we generate daily demand and supply zones, let us have a look into the performance of high liquidity zones posted yesterday and let us try to find if there is any achievements during this intraday trading. First, let us look into yesterday's report. This is our YouTube video posted on 3rd October 2023. And these are the stocks near to the daily demand zone for the daily time frame on 3rd October 2023. So we are going to look into high liquidity zones. We have a Nifty private bank. This is an index. So I'm not focusing on the index stocks except it is Nifty or Bank Nifty. And this is a confirmation trading related zone. I'm avoiding it. And we have Delta Corp. This is an high liquidity zone, but the trend is down in monthly, weekly, as well as daily. So it is not a good sign. We are going against the trend completely, which is not good. But one point we should remember, the C underscore DZ, especially on monthly and quarterly, they have the ability to change the trend. That means they don't let the prices go down. But currently we are analyzing daily. On daily time frame, we may get one or two entries, but it is quite risky if the trend is completely against. But even though, let us have a look how this stock is working. It is already tested once. And another thing we should observe, it is low on the curve. Probably this daily demand zone might be in confluence with the weekly time frame as well as monthly time frame. So for that you need to study top-down analysis on the charts. But of time being, we are avoiding top-down analysis because the software is already done the top-down analysis before producing these results. So let us look into Delta Corp. See the rejections from this controlling. How this zone is controlling the prices. Even today we didn't get the entry, it went close to that, but we'll be going deep into this zone because it is already tested once. So somewhere here we will be taking our entry. So entry is not triggered. So let's look into the next stock. Delta Corp. After that, any more high liquidity zones? So no more high liquidity zones. Now let's look into the performance of the supply zones, high liquidity supply zones. So this is the list. These are the stocks near to the daily supply zone. So let us look into high liquidity supply zones. GNFC. Yesterday we didn't get entry in GNFC because on last Friday also Last Friday's report also shown this GNFC. Let us see whether we got any entry on today. But the point you should understand, it is already tested 3 times. That means we should go for deep entry or any fresh 75 minutes zones, or even if you go one more step down 15 minutes, if you find any fresh zones, you can take an entry. You can risk. If the risk is very less, you can take the entry. And it is at equilibrium. Monthly is up, daily is up, but weekly is in sideways. So let's go to ZNFC chart. So this is GNFC. This is the high liquidity zone. Prices already went into the deep, but we found a fresh 75 minutes supply zone here. Let's go to 75 minutes. And here is one more supply zone, demand zones, 75 minutes demand zone. This is going to be our target. We get clarity once we get into 75 minutes time frame chart. So this is 75 minutes time frame chart. Look into this drop, base, drop. This is a fresh zone on 75 minutes time frame. And this is a 75 minutes demand zone. This is going to be our target. And this will be our entry. And this 75-minute fresh demand zone is in confluence with the daily high liquidity supply zone. So this is our entry. This is today's candle. Yesterday we didn't get entry in this zone, but today we got an entry. But look into this candle. It went very deep into the supply zone, 75-minute supply zone, close to the distal line. So that means almost near to our stop loss. Generally use some buffers at the distal line, stop buffers. Maybe just before our stop loss, it turned back and again came down. There is a huge rejection. But it might have consumed all the orders, pending orders. And then there is one more candle at 11:45, and then at 1 p.m. candle, it reached our target. So we got an entry here, and here it reached our target. But also we should observe, narrowly we missed our stop loss trigger in this. So that is what happens sometimes when you fine tune 75 minutes zones inside daily high liquidity zones. That's why we are preparing to handle this risk. Okay. So what is the entry here? So it is around 618. And what is our target? Almost 608. So 10 rupees is the profit on each share. So around 10 rupees we got the profit. So what is the lot size? Let's go to margin calculator. This is Zerodha's margin calculator. So GNFC. So 1300 into 10. So 13,000 is our profit, right? So what is the cost of this lot? So 1,94,217. So we got lot size is 13, we got 10 rupees profit, that is 13,000 is the total profit during the intraday. This is intraday profit because we are looking for intraday trade. So what is the return on investment? So 13,000 into 100 divided by 1 lakh 94,217. So 6.69%, that means almost 6.7% profit we got. So it's a very good profit during the intraday. But one more observation, look into this ZNFC. We took an entry, there it reached the target. Again from here, again, once again it went up. And hit this supply zone. If anybody would have taken a long trade, they would have got another 13,000 rupees profit. Okay, for that you need to look for, you need to analyze this particular zone, whether it is a high liquidity zone or something else. But anyway, currently we are focusing based on the report we generated on the daily time frame. But I also would like to show you one more thing. We got second intraday entry in this zone, especially in this candle. If you can observe that if you look into 15 minutes time frame. Let me show you. So now what happened here? When price reached, here we got the entry. And after we get the entry, it created a 15-minute supply zone, and this new 15-minute supply zone pushed the price until this 75 minutes demand zone. So what we can do, we can draw a 15-minute supply zone in case if price reaches into this. It may give us another trading opportunity. So this is a 15-minute supply zone. And this is a fresh supply zone. That's why, and this supply zone is inside high liquidity zone. That's why we can go for a short-term trade, especially intraday trade. So have we got an entry here? Yes. Then what is the target? Look for 15 minutes demand zone. That will be our target. So where is the immediate demand zone? So this is the 15 minutes demand zone. So this is our target. And this is our entry. So have we got the entry? Yes. When we got? During 14:30, 15 minutes candle. That means 2:30 p.m., 15 minutes candle we got. Have we reached the target? Yes. When we reached? During 3 p.m., 15 hours, that is a 3 p.m. candle, it reached the target. How much profit we got here? So what is the entry? 619.10 minus, what is the target? 615. So 4 rupees 10 paisa is the profit. So when we got at 2:30 and at 3 o'clock candle, we got within half an hour duration, we got the profit, the intraday trade. So what is the lot size we have seen? It is 1300, right? So into 1300, we got 5,330 rupees profit in just half an hour time period. What is the return on our investment? Into 100 divided by the lot, cost of the lot, 1,94,217. So we got 2.7% return. 2.7. So 2.7 plus 6.7 earlier trade. So total we got something wrong, sorry. 2.7 plus 6.7. We got total 9.4% return during this intraday trading period. So here how GNFC has given the profit. If anybody would have got, if anybody would have taken a long trade, they might have got another 6.7% additional. We are discussing purely intraday based on this high liquidity supply zone. Okay, anyway, we are not interested on this long trade. We are looking for only short trades because we are looking into the high liquidity daily supply zone. Okay, so this is about GNFC. So what is the next stock? Muthoot Finance. Muthoot Finance already we got an entry yesterday. We got intraday opportunity. Have you got any intraday opportunity today? Or if anybody would have holded the price, did they get any further more profit as a short-term trade instead of intraday trading? Let us look into Muthoot Finance. Let's go to daily time frame. So we didn't get any entry, but the fall after it reached yesterday's high liquidity zone entry, the fall continued. Yesterday we exited at this blue color horizontal line. That is at 1234. This is as an intraday trade. But if you are looking for a short-term trade, this would be your target. Actually, this is your daily target. This is a daily zone. This is a daily supply zone. This is a daily demand zone. See here, look into this report. Muthoot Finance, your demand zone. This is your entry and demand zone is your target. So when is the login? 22.6 and one base candle. So this is 22 June 22/6 2023 base candle, a leg out, and then there is a move. So today it reached the target. Yesterday, what price during the intraday we sold the stock at 1234. If you would have holded it for short term, if you are a short term trader, not intraday trader, if you are a short term trader, this would have been your target. Something around 1222. So another 12 rupees profit you might have got. This would have been your additional profit. Anyway, we are not analyzing now. I mean, we are not analyzing the total profit and return on the investment. You can do it for yourself if you are a short-term trader and calculate this return on the investment. So what is the next stock? Anyway, we didn't get an entry on this zone. Yesterday only we got. Look into the next stock. National Aluminium we don't take because it is already a pierced zone. Pierced zone we don't take trades. And next one is OFSS. So yesterday we got an entry in OFSS and we looked for an intraday opportunity and it was a successful trade yesterday, intraday trade. Let us check whether we got any entry today or for a short-term profit, those who hold it, they got short-term profit. Let us look into this. OFSS. OFSS also we didn't get the entry today. Instead, if you are a short-term trader, you might have holded this stock. You would not have exited at this level yesterday. So you got some more additional profit. This was our actual exit. This is a daily demand zone. We took an entry at daily supply zone, high liquidity supply zone. Inside we fine-tuned and here we took our trade yesterday. And you exited here as an intraday trade. If you are a short-term trader, probably you might have exited today here. Yesterday you exited at 4086, right? Yeah, this is 4086, something around 4086. And today you would have exited here. 4039. You would have got another 46 rupees additional profit. Excuse me. So you please calculate what is the total return on your investment you got, what is the total profit and ROI. You please calculate. So let's go back and analyze the next stock. That is RBL Bank. This is the last high liquidity supply zone in this list. But the problem with it is already in uptrend, even though it is a high liquidity zone. It is already tested 4 times. Excuse me. If you really want to take a trade in this stock, you should look for a deep entry or a fresh 75 minutes supply zone. Let's open the chart. So this 75 minute supply zone would have been our entry. Excuse me. So we didn't get the entry today. So that means we got only one trade today. That is GNFC. We got two trading opportunities. One is at 75 minutes time frame and another one is at 15 minutes time frame. 15 minutes time frame is a very short trading opportunity for about 30 minutes. We got around 5,000 rupees plus profit we got. On 75 minutes time frame, we got around 13,000 rupees profit. Excuse me, I'm very sorry. I'm suffering with cough and cold. Kindly excuse me. So this is about the evaluation of yesterday's yesterday's reports we generated. Now let's get into demand and supply zone report generation for today's daily candle. For entry time frame daily, let us filter the stocks which are near to the daily demand zone. So these 9 stocks are filtered where price is near to the daily demand zone. And we have few high liquidity demand zones we can find in this list. About India is a high liquidity demand zone. Monthly trend is up, the weekly is sideways, and daily is sideways. So it is already tested 4 times. So you need to look for a deep entry or a fresh 75 minutes or 15 minutes zones you need to find inside this daily demand zone. That could be your trading strategy. And now one more stock, Bajaj Finserv. And good thing is it is all the trends are in sideways. That means it might be price might be moving in a range. And this high liquidity zone is already tested 3 times. It is also at the equilibrium. And the risk reward is almost close to 1:1. But you need to fine tune at lower time frames. And you have one more high liquidity zone, which is a fresh zone, but monthly trend is up, weekly trend is sideways, again daily trend is uptrend. So it's good, daily trend is up, and it is at the equilibrium. Odd enhancer score is 11 out of 15. Look into the risk, 0.87 and 10. So more than 1:2.5 per 5. Risk reward is there, close to 1:3 maybe. And you have one more high liquidity zone. This is C underscore DZ, SBI Life. It is already tested 2 times, but location is not good. It is high on the curve. So near to the supply zone. You can go for this trade if this current price movement is not at reached the monthly supply zone. Monthly trend is up and weekly trend is up. It is good. But daily trend is sideways. We need to find the reason why it is sideways. If the conditions are in your favor, you can fine tune at the lower time frame and you can go for a deep entry. But remember, the C underscore DZ works maximum 1 or 2 attempts at a daily time frame. But these zones works very well in quarterly and monthly time frames. But you should not forget we are analyzing the daily time frame related zones. So you should be very careful when you are dealing with C underscore DZ high liquidity zones in daily time frame. And the next high liquidity zone is Tata Steel. Oh, it is a fresh zone. Monthly trend is up, the weekly is sideways, and daily is uptrend. Good. But what is the negative factor? It is high on the curve. It is a negative factor. So you need to look into the price direction. If monthly price direction is from traveling to the supply zone, if it does not reach the monthly supply zone, you can take this trade. But otherwise, if it is reverse, you should be very careful. So this is about demand zones, stocks near the daily demand zone. Now let's go back. For entry time frame daily, Let us filter the stocks where price is near to the daily supply zone. So these 10 stocks are filtered. So let's find the high liquidity supply zones. So C underscore SZ is there. Balram Chin. Monthly is uptrend, weekly is uptrend, but daily is downtrend. So when you go to the lower time frame, so trend is in our favor, no issues. But it is already tested once, so you need to look for a deep entry. It is at the equilibrium. But risk reward is very bad. If you can able to fine tune at the 75 minutes or 15 minutes level, no issues. Any other high liquidity supply zones we have? So no more high liquidity supply zones. Now, if you want to look for high liquidity demand and supply zones, you need to find them inside where price closed inside demand and supply zones. So let's look into them. So entry time frame is daily. Let us find the stocks where price closed inside daily demand zone. So this is the filtered list. Now you can find high liquidity zones inside. If there are any fresh zones, you can give priority. It is a big list. So nearly 63, almost, 63 stocks are closed inside a daily demand zone. Let's go back. For entry time frame daily, let us find the stocks where price closed inside daily supply zone. These are the 14 stocks filtered where price closed inside daily supply zone. Now let's go back and find the tested zones. Entry time frame is daily. Let us find the stocks tested the daily demand zones. This is the filtered list. So many demand zones are tested today. So 48 stocks are tested the daily demand zones. Let's go back and find the tested supply zones. Entry time frame daily. Let us find the tested daily supply zones. So these three stocks are having tested supply zones. Let's go back and find the newly created demand and supply zones. Entry time frame daily. Let us find the newly created demand zones. So these three stocks are having newly created demand zones. Let's go back. For entry time frame daily, let us find the stocks having newly created supply zones. So these stocks are having newly created supply zones. So total 34 stocks are having newly created daily supply zones. So this is about the filtered list. Now let me generate demand and supply zones for all the stocks for our further reference. So it's a reference slide. Entry time frame is daily. I'm generating demand and supply zones for all the stocks. So I will keep on scrolling this list. Whichever the stock you want to study, there you pause the video and you can study the parameters related to demand and supply zones. So this is the end of the list. I wish this information is useful to you. So let us all meet again in our next video. Thank you.